Bonsoir. Bienvenue à tous.
Welcome to everybody.
On est ravis d'accueillir à Tours au CCNT le 21e congrès Ickl.
Ickl is an organization that was created in 1959, to gather the international community of Laban notation practitioners. Some of them were in the United States, some of them were in Europe, and they wanted to reunify and discuss the technicity of the system.
So I dance for Thomas Lebrun, and I'm also the on-site organizer of this 29th conference.
There are 6 days of conference. There are 80 people attending and 25 nationalities represented. I'm not sure of the number of sessions, but I would say something like 30 sessions that are papers, workshops, technical discussions and Ignite talks.
I am here to do 2 different presentations for the Ickl conference. In the first one, it will be my notation that people are reading, and in the second one, it will be talking about my performance of a piece that somebody else notated.
I have the honor of introducing 2 very interesting sessions this morning. Both deal with the reconstructing, restaging, recreating issues that have already come up. The workshop is called Reading Notation of. You can't dress me up, but you can take me anywhere.
I've copied excerpts from the score, and I will hand these excerpts to participants in the conference. I'll be able to see from how people read the score whether or not I've done the notation accurately. They will read what I've notated, and I'll see if it's what I was planning. 5, 6, 7, and 1. On 5.
So, we have time for 2 questions probably, so think well your questions, make them very clear, and go.
At all of the Ickl conferences I've been to, I have enjoyed maybe the question and answer session at the end of presentations as much as anything, because it's a chance for everybody to contribute their knowledge and different perspectives. Hopefully I'll get other ideas about maybe what would be helpful to the reader, what other information I might include if it's too much.
I'm wondering on the front with the crazy legs, because I have no idea where the arms are in space.
Why not just write a long ad lib? Yeah. Because ad lib you can write to indicate timing as well.
I gotcha.
And not to the arm direction, the arm movement.
Okay, yeah.
With a large community of people from different cultural backgrounds, so eventually you may get comments that you wouldn't get in your common circle. So I think it's also putting you again in movement about what you do and how you do it.
I'm Jean-Paul Laumont. I'm a researcher in robotics, working at CNRS, which is a French Institute for Academic Research. The purpose of my presence here is quite intriguing, perhaps, because the roboticist among dancers and choreographers. Why?
Imagine that you have several motors to move the hand like this. And this is the case. We have a lot of muscles. Then in that case, you have a question of choice.
I started research with some specialists in Laban notation. She is Naoko Abe, and we worked together for more than 1 year with this idea in mind that writing a motion is an objective which is quite close to programming a robot. We will report on this research in a few minutes with the talk we will give together.
So Romeo is here. Yeah, he is so cute.
The idea was very much to connect the session with movement. So Raphael did organize a lot of little events, so that dance be always present. I mean, real movement.
It was very important to me to not forget to move during the conference and not only to talk about theories of movement. During the opening session, I proposed to people to see a choreography that is called fan dance. And because this dance has been notated in Kinetography Laban, I propose to the attendees to work on the dance with the purpose of doing the piece together the last day of the conference.
It's a very good opportunity to network. You gather a lot of information, you know how things are done here and there, and you know that this one notated this piece and that you could be interested for your students.
It's small enough that I feel like it's very personal. You get to know people. It's international, more international than probably most of the conferences that I attend.
Some of them are really isolated, so it's not only important to have feedback, but also to connect with the international community. We have a break now and meet again at 45 for the next technical session. Thank you very much.
We are all together at the same place. We don't have concurrent sessions, so we are all together doing the same travels through the week. We lunch together, we have outings together, and so there are informal, I mean the in-session and out-session connections that are made possible.
This conference is dedicated each time to a different person famous in notation. This year it was dedicated to Albrecht Knust, which is the main collaborator of Laban in Germany at the early development of the system.
There is this exhibition that Raphael curated that we visited as a group, but that was during 2 or 3 months for the general audience in Tours. Well, I think not only us are satisfied, but all the attendees are very happy, and we're also satisfied that we got support from CCNT, support from city, from states that gave us some recognition of the field. Yeah.